I just did something really bad. I don't know how I get this back. Okay, let's see. Is that how you do it? Okay, I guess. Fuck it. All right, y'all. Yeah, we got some Emmy Bonnie. Like, I saw this Reddit post. Obviously, Emmy Bonnie fan meet in China have to be held separately, and I was like, what? Because obviously I was like, wait, I don't know if this is like normal, that this is just, what they gotta do, and all that other stuff. And then obviously we gonna read what the collective has to say, and then obviously I got something to say about it. Shit. Obviously I got something to say about it. But I wanted to read what. What the hell? Sorry. The fuck. Yeah. Yeah, man. I have something to say about Emmy Bonnie. I just have something to say about. I have something to say about people having to go to, like, listen, China, y'all not slick. GMMTV, y'all not slick either. Y'all not slick. Y'all hosting separate fan meets because you have to platform them differently. But I got questions. So let me go to Reddit because, like I said, I didn't ask the question. I didn't pose this question. Someone else posted this. Okay, it wasn't me, not neither. Okay, not me. And it gets so deep because it's just like, I mean, it's deep. There's levels to this. Yeah. Okay, let me go here. Okay, yeah, like I said, this is wicked work. So shout out to, this was the creator, THAI underscore creator, says Emmy Bonnie's fan meets in China have to be held separately! Exclamation points, question mark. It says Emmy Bonnie's fan meet and oh my goodness, I can't even say, how do you pronounce that word? How do you pronounce that word? Look, China. How you pronounce that word, China? Anyway, we just gonna say they in China, alright? They gotta go to China. And like I said, TikTok, listen, this is for educational purposes. Don't be getting mad at me because I'm saying China multiple times, okay? We talking about Emmy Bonnie going to China for their fan meet, alright? It says they're going to China and they have to be held separately due to strict/weird China laws, not allowing GL couple fan meets. But at least they bring, obviously, Annie. What's her? Is it Annie? Is it Annie? Annie? Cause in America it's just Annie. Is that how they pronounce her name? I apologize. And they may have special guests in the audience. Dot 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 dot. So this was, like I said, this was posted 22 days ago. So everybody gonna have their fan meet obviously next month. Damn near next month too. So they think this person, it had 43 ups and 24 comments. And so, like I said, I was like, oh, okay. So this Stay With Static says, homosexuality was literally illegal in China till 1977 and was considered a mental illness till 2001. And till this day, their government is still strictly censoring LGBTQ related content. So yeah, that's just how it is. Interesting. Now, like I said, I'm not in China, obviously. I'm in America. Anxious Flamingo replies to them saying, and yet it permits civil unions for queers. China today is like my U.S. state in 2013. It's doing way better than others. Don't let U.S. and Western propaganda taint your impressions. They'll get there. It says sodomy laws were in effect in the U.S. until 2003. Later than dates than 2000. Okay, it says later than either date in China. First of all, why y'all even talking about that shit? Why y'all even bringing up America? First of all, how did America even get brought up in the discussion when we talking about China? This is crazy work. But I understand. America is a bully. Okay. It says, yes, the PRC still prohibits promoting homosexuality, which is a de facto ban on queer media. But this is short-lived. Don't buy propaganda and judge. Just support all the Chinese queers by demanding that the state catches up. It's coming. And so Stay with Static replies, "Are you sure that China recognizes same-sex civil unions? Because I did a quick search and everything looked." Oh, it says, "Are you sure China recognizes same-sex civil unions? Because I just did a quick search and every source I looked into, it says China does not recognize same-sex unions." And Anxious replies, they don't recognize other countries' civil unions, but have legal processes that are identical to the rights. Which, and like I said, you can look this up right now. With different names, again, much less rights than I have today, more than I had in 2012. Less legal rights than Thailand and Japan, more like Korea, Vietnam, every other East and Southeast Asian nation. And then Stay with Static said, sources, I just can't see what you're talking about. The best that they have for same-sex couples. Nigga, why y'all doing that? Y'all weird for that. It says, oh my goodness. The best thing that they have for same-sex couples is guardianship agreements, and that's basically nothing. They're following the 3 no policies when it comes to the LGBTQ. Plus, it says in parentheses, no approval, no disapproval, no promotion, which basically means that they are denying the existence of queer people. At least Korea recognizes cohabitating partners and allows spatial coverage of health insurance to same-sex couples. The Philippines just allowed co-ownership of properties for same-sex couples, and there's a local government and anti-discrimination ordinances. I just don't see the need to defend China when it comes to this matter. It all sounds like the usual CCP propaganda to me. Twin Fish Pie says, curious, why do you think it's short-lived and which date? NE, America, that was an international relations major over here. Just find it interesting. You're so optimistic. No shade. LOL. Another reply to this was, Colorado, when I got engaged, I couldn't legally get married by the wedding. This was only 10 years ago. Nothing in the big picture of history. It says my state banned GAY marriage when I was a teen. Seeing clipboards advocating for restricting what I knew, but no one else did the same. My rights by the time I was an adult, we had civil unions for same-sex couples. China beat us to it. It says something shit right here. It says part of the issue is the wall in terms of the internet and broadly social media. If you were to use an avenue to communicate and share with folks on mainland China, they are just as queer as us. And there's some haters, but honestly, it just feels less safe here. You're legally protected from discrimination in China, but yes, the media bans promotion of GAY relationships and identity. It's different and behind, but Chinese people are just like us and subject to different state oppressions. It's propaganda that we have it better. Okay, so she's saying it's propaganda that we have it better. We just have it different. Some worse, some better. And then the reply to that is saying, oh shit, hold on, what the fuck? Twin was like, I agree. There's more dangerous homophobia here. Current politics just make it more scenario in general. It says, do they think they allow adoption? So we got all the way on like some other stuff. Let me see. All right. And let's go. There's more people because like nobody really said too much They just talking about how the propaganda is in China, but they ain't nobody really talking about GMNTV. Anyways, it says, yeah, all the GL and BL couples who go, okay, it says, yeah, all the GL and BL couples who go have separate fan meets. At least Annie gets to keep both of them company, since I'm pretty sure, they weren't allowed to go to each other's and watch. Maybe they are, and that just gets kept secret, but I can see them not risking it even if it's allowed. Weird. It says, it's the promoter being extra cautious so they don't run into trouble. I forgot if there's any couple who didn't have to, but most GL and BL teams have separate fan meets on the same day in mainland China. And it said, someone said, didn't Jen Jana have couple ones in China though? Isn't it in Taiwan? And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. It was in Taiwan. I mixed up the fan signing. And then Mean Shark said, China is so fucking weird, bro. Hey, educational purposes. It says, they're not, dude. They're just a bit behind. They have a national civil unions before USA, Spain, and the Netherlands. They just sort of froze in limbo at some point before marriage rights. Give them a couple years, I promise. Nah, nigga. China, get it together, China. Listen, I live in America, and first of all, look, same-sex people that are the same sex love each other, just like people that are not same sex love each other, regardless. Like, what the fuck? And then Anxious replies, it said, oh no, Mean Shucks was like, hey, nah, China is weird, very wishy-washy. Having to be held separately is beyond ridiculous. Thank you. Someone's actually, thank you. Okay, someone gave us some Wikipedia. Anyways, bro, put the phone. So, anyways, let's just talk about EMIBONNIE have to be held separately for China's purposes. And like the thing about it is the fact that it's like so for me it's weird. It's weird that first of all, I was like, look, having that's why I asked these two questions, right? If fans are aware that the ships are being scheduled separately in the same city, why isn't the separation being questioned more directly, right? Why are the collective okay with their ship? They should be shipped together. This is why they were presented to us, right? I mean, well, now they are, right? This is how they were presented to us before they were like independent and they did their own thing. Now they're a ship, right? And so now they're going to go on. Now they're going to a fan meet and now outside of Thailand, but they're going to a geographical location that has to separate them. So they're not a ship anymore. They're just two idols. They're just two actresses. That in Thailand and maybe even in other geographical locations, they're a ship. But in China, they're just two individual archetypes. And why would you do that when y'all presented to us as a ship? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I got mad at GMNTV and Shorehand, because you got both ladies promoting a brand separately on their TikTok pages when when y'all let us know that they're a ship. They should be promoted. They should promote it together. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about now going across state lines, right? And this was just in Thailand, right? The promotion, right? So I'm just like, and apparently Nata Film had their fan meets also in China, and they also had to do it separately too. But you see how China wants to benefit from the GL ships, but separately, because they don't acknowledge LGBTQ same-sex, which is wicked work in 2026. And then GMNTV still wants to bring them over to China, because they profit off of y'all, aka the fans, y'all being able to see the ladies as a ship, because that's how they technically were advertised first, but they got to have separate meetings because of China's policies. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, if the ship exists as a pair in one country but is experienced separately in another, where does the relationship actually exist? In the event or in the audience mind? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really though, like, two separate fan meets, but you're still the GMMTV and China are still profiting off of these ladies at the end of the day. But they don't get to profit off y'all. First of all, the collective doesn't get to profit off of having EMIBONNIE together. You got to experience them twice. Instead of paying for one day, you have to pull out currency for two. You know what I'm saying? You have to set up 2 days off of work instead of 1 day of just seeing your ladies. You got to tell the boss, like, hey, I need 2 days off because EMIBONNIE are going to be back to back. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. I think both these days are 2 separate days. So you have to tell boss that, hey, EMIBONNIE coming to town, but since, you know, we don't fuck with the queers over here, apparently, we have to I need 2 days off. They're like, no, you can only have 1 day. Choose one. So now you making the fan choose, do I have to go support Emmy or do I have to go support Bonnie? And that's fucked up when we know that they're a ship together. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what the hell? That's fucked up. But GMMTV is still going to be able to profit off of both the ladies coming to China. China's still going to profit from both the ladies coming to China. And then y'all got to dig into your pockets a little deeper, have to take another day off just to go see old girl tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. You don't think that's fucked up? I think that's fucked up. I'm just saying. Hey. That's why I'm making an issue about it. That's why I'm making an issue about it, because it's just like, it's ridiculous. So that's why I say separate for profit, because, you know, at the end of the day, GMMTV and China are both profiting off of EMIBONNIE ship. But you as a fan, you have to experience them separately. And so, obviously, I was talking to AI about this, but AI couldn't really give me my certain framing because of, you know, my symbolic violence words. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, damn. But honestly, that thought just came to my mind about the boss and shit. But yeah, so like, it's like, who are you going to choose? Are you going to go see both of them? Are you in China? Are y'all going to are you going to have the currency to go see both of them? You know what I'm saying? And if you are, you know, hopefully you share your experience. But then again, I don't even know if y'all have internet over there. I mean, I know y'all have internet. I'm trolling. I'm playing. I know y'all got internet over there, but it's just different. But then again, it's just like, first of all, why even go to a geographical location when you can't even see your couple together? Like, what the fuck? I would never bring my ladies to a geographical region where I can't show them together. But GMMTV don't care about that. It's all about profit. China don't care about that either, because they say they forbid same sex. But at the same time, y'all inviting people that are technically not together, obviously. Everybody not together. They're just shipped together. And that's the thing. That's what's kind of hypocritical too. You said, Alice said, I don't get why they did this with when other BLs and BLs don't did. You said, okay. You said that some people have did joint events in China before. You got names? You got names for them? Because people are saying, nah, everyone has to be separate in China. You know what I'm saying? You got some names for us? Because I don't know personally, but hey. But I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that they have to be separate. First of all, like this, it beats the point of the ship. It beats the point. Like, what you have to take 2 days off to go see your ship. The fuck? 2 days off, and they're gonna be two different experiences. You're gonna get to know more of one archetype 1 day, and then if you can't go to the other one because something comes up, well, then you lose at the opportunity. You lose the opportunity to go see them. Now you got to come to Thailand, or you got to come over here, or you got to come to another place outside your city or town and country to actually see them together. So you lose that opportunity when they come to your geographical location because of your honestly your government, right? But your government still wants to profit off them being a quote unquote ship, aka you know EMIBONNIE for EMIBONNIE. Now in 2026, you may have been a fan before they were shipped together. Okay, fine. I wasn't. I didn't know who they were. I only knew them until they became EMIBONNIE. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, if I'm a Chinese supporter, I'm like, yeah, man, me too. I ain't know them before that, and now I know them as Emibonnie. Now I gotta choose what day. I gotta pull more money out my bank. It's extraction from the fans, and then you're gonna get two different experiences. It's fucked up. I'm telling you, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and nobody's slick. And I know the collective. That's the thing about it. That I was asking AI. I was like, yo, why are people y'all were like y'all people were like it's normal, or like you just accept it. Honestly, I'm outraged. And I'm just like, nah, fuck that shit. Stop going over the. You said the BL couple from A Bold Desire did it before. IDK is different because they're Chinese. So they had senior. They're Chinese. Maybe it could be because they're Chinese and that they're in the patriarchy, too. That could be a reason. Okay, thank you for that. A Bold Desire. Okay, shit. But me myself personally. Obviously, I'm just like, what? Emibonnie got to do separate fan meets? Now the fans got to pay for both days. Hopefully they got package deals for y'all type shit. You know what I'm saying? Your boss let you take off both days? Because like I said, I think it falls April 19th and 18th. Let me see what days these are. It's literally next month. Why does it say we're in April now? That's weird. Okay, so it looks like it's on a Wednesday and a Thursday. So you got to take off midweek, Wednesday and Thursday instead of just one day to see your girls, Emibonnie, because China wants them separately. What the hell? That's crazy work. That's wicked work. What we got a lot of things. I mean. There's a lot of things I had to say because I was just like, bro, this is cool. This is crazy because GMNTV, China are gonna profit off the ship, but technically, they're not a ship. They're two, you would say, just say idols that are going over there, being promoted individually. But y'all know them as the collective as Emibonnie. But when they get to China, they're just Emmy and Annie and what is it? Annie and Annie. I forgot who. Yeah. There was a lot of questions I had, like lots of questions, but it's just like separate fan meets. Yeah, and then they keep going back to China because y'all have a big audience. Apparently, there's a lot, and that's what's crazy too. It's like, hold on, it's like China. Like y'all know y'all have a heavily, I guess LGBTQ friendly demographic. But yet you don't want to legalize same-sex marriage, but you still want ships to come over and have them perform, but separately. Like, isn't that fucked up? I feel like that's really. Aren't they like playing in your faces? Like, what the fuck? I think they playing in the faces because it's just like, how you gonna do this and then not do the other? Like, shouldn't you just go ahead? Because and that's what's fucked up. The system's gonna be like, no, we can do that. We can profit off of a couple that's not technically a couple, but a ship because it's imaginary. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, there's a lot of things. It's like it's either a real thing or it's not a real thing. But hypothetically, it's made up. They're not a real couple. So what's the issue of them being together? It's because what? When they get on stage together, they're technically a couple, and it's still made up though. It doesn't make any sense, China. But then they're still coming to your geographical location. But now they're idols. They're just two individual archetypes that you're profiting off of. You see how it's a wicked game out here? China's not slick. Not slick, China. And like I said, I couldn't even talk about it in the way I wanted to talk about it because AI over here flunked out. But You said Faye Yoko, Faye May, Look Me and Sonia, and various fan minutes in China before they all were together. Swear, for real? That's so. Why are Emmy and Bonnie being separated? If that's true, why are Emmy and Bonnie being separated? Huh? Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? If we got Faye Yoko, Faye May, if you say all these ships had fan meets in China before. But now all of a sudden, Emmy and Bonnie, they not together? Like, why the change up, China? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would they do that? Like, it don't make no sense. But like I said, I can't confirm that because ain't nobody said that in the chat. Ain't nobody. I ain't seen no confirmations. No, but nobody said anything like, oh, we've had multiple other couples have fan meets there. You know what I'm saying? You got to drop some receipts. You got to drop some sources because you got to verify because no one else is verifying this in the Reddit posts. No one else is saying, oh, well, this couple had a fan meet over here. Everyone's confirming the fact that no, in China, you got to be separate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let's see if we got fan meets in China. Let's see what the search says. You said IDK. From my understanding, the region in China makes it different. Makes a difference and process is more difficult. Yeah. Shit. So I put. I'm trying to see. I'm seeing. Nope. We got Orm's fan meet in China was by herself and it descended into chaos. Okay, let's read this one. It says Orm's fan meet in Changsha, China descended into chaos. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is exploitation and greed, the Reddit post says. This was 7 months ago. It says, the fan meet and greet event during the Thai actress Orm in Changsha, China on August 20th, 2025 was marked by significant controversy due to poor event management and exploitive practices by the organizer. HENAN 109 Culture Media Co. Below are detailed circumstances surrounding the event based on available information. Oh my God. So listen, China, y'all's organization be exploitive and greedy, but I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Cause now it's like, okay, just say it like this. So let's run with you, Ali, saying that, hey, look, they did have quote unquote these fan meets together, but technically, if you have them separately, you get more money out of both, right? Because people have to pay for both. Parking. I don't know how parking is in China. I don't know what y'all gotta do. Listen, some ninjas have to pay for parking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay. The tickets, all that extra stuff. You're paying double, especially if you're going to see both, right? So it is exploitive. China, y'all greedy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, China, look, I can say a lot of shit to y'all right now because we're talking about in the realm of GL. Now everything in other realms you may be like superb, but right now we talking about GL, all right? And this is educational purposes. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, because America ain't shit. America ain't nothing. I'm just gonna be real. So hey. But since we're talking about GL in China, we get to talk some shit. So that's just how I feel. Not too many people commented on this one, but hold on, this is the full article. Let's look at the full article. This was on I just dropped the link. This is fikes.net. And this is on Orm's fan meet in Changsha, China. Descended into chaos. This is written by Katie. Wow. So Orm had an event called Full Moon, and it was a fan sign. It was Orm's first solo fan signing in Changsha, promoted as a romantic meet and greet under the theme of the Moonlight Date. It was intended to include fan interactions such as autographs, bio sessions, and one-on-one engagement. The event was heavily publicized on public forums like X and with announcements from fan accounts like Orm and Ling, stating as early as August 7th. Orm's fan meet event descended into chaos. The event descended into chaos due to mismanagement by the Henan 109 Culture Media Co. The event's disorganization escalated to the point where police intervention was required to maintain order. Lord have mercy. The ops got called. The ops had to pull up. What the hell? What was going on? Like, make it make sense. Like, were the fans crazy? China, were y'all crazy in Changsha? What the hell? What happened? How did the shit descend into chaos? Make it make sense. How did the police did the people get on the crowd? Okay, it goes on. It says escalated to the point where police intervention was required to maintain order, indicating the scale of indicating the scale or the chaos caused by oversold tickets and poor crowd management. So not y'all was packing the field. Wow, y'all was packing the field. It said, goodness Lord. It says the organizers allegedly oversold premium fan benefits such as face-to-face autographs and 1v1 photo sessions at inflated prices ranging from, well, obviously it says RBM 3,000 approximately SGD 593. What the fuck? To I guess for 3,000 to 500. 3,000 to 500. All right. These benefits were initially part of the standard packages, but were resold. Wow. So y'all was pimping. Like I said, I keep telling y'all, they out here pimping the ladies. Pimping the ladies. Real shit. Pimping them out. Pimping them out. So, hey, look. They pimping them out. Okay, so this was, hey, China, why is it this is the first thing? This is what I find when I put fan meat in China. We got extraction energy. More extraction. Nigga, China never play, bro. But like I said, EMIBONNIE having separate fan meets. EMIBONNIE having separate fan meets in China. So are they a ship or are they just gonna be Emmy and Bonnie? And so it's just like, okay, but so that's like you can bring their imaginary kid. Like, make it make sense. How did the kid get here? How did Annie get in the building? So she imaginary? So she's imaginary, she can come. And that's their daughter. That's they kid together. Make it make sense. So it's like y'all don't support them Emmy Bonnie together, but y'all support Emmy and their kid? Bonnie and their kid? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It don't make no damn sense. They don't make no damn sense. Let's see. I'm trying to find if anybody else has had a fan meet in China on the Reddit post. Let's see. But I don't really know a lot of Chinese cities or states. Oh, hold on. Oh. But here's okay, we got something from China. This says the fact that China is moving faster than Korea with GL series is crazy. What? Make that make sense, China? Huh? Look, so this is what they said. This was Force Apprehensive. Shout out to Force Apprehensive. This is 2 months ago. Sticking to China. It says the fact that China is moving faster than Korea with GL series is crazy. It says, yes, I'm aware that Korea has GLs. Read the whole post, please. Like, there's a new Chinese GL called Candy, and it's the first uncensored Chinese GL because it's being distributed through Singapore. But at the end of the day, it's still a Chinese GL. Coming from a country like China, which has a strict ban on LGBTQ plus content, they don't allow shows/movies with openly queer relationships or on any platform. At most, they need to be implied. Like, that's crazy, China. Like, what? Like, not y'all are old and outdated, China. Like that, like, nigga, what, China? Oh my goodness. Listen, China, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Real shit, nigga. Like, if that's one thing y'all need to do, y'all need to get that shit together. And like TikTok, this is educational purposes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not last in China. That's for sure. No, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't last. The rules are too much. Like, y'all got too many rules. There's too many rules in China. There's too many rules in the world regardless, first of all. And like I said, the people are breaking the rules every day. Epstein files, nigga. But anyways, let me get back to China. Sorry. It says, so yeah. And first of all, did y'all watch did y'all watch Candy? The series? I did. I loved it. I love the Candy series. I like both the actresses. Honestly, I like both couples. They were a very cute couple. Both couples were very cute. Um, yeah, and I like the series. I watched it on YouTube. So yeah, even China managed to find loopholes to make GL series before Korea. That's wild because Korea doesn't even have explicit ban on LGBTQ plus content, but they still haven't managed to release a GL K drama series with two openly queer leads. I generally thought that they would have it. I generally thought they would have did it first than China sooner or later, but first is a country that has explicit LGBTQ ban, but I was wrong. Korea has sapphic content. So Korea has sapphic content, some movies, but the rest are either web series, side couples, or implied queerness and attraction. Just an observation. Like I said, that's crazy. Like I said, like I mean, just thinking about like LGBTQ and how it's actually like portrayed in other geographical regions is kind of crazy because I don't even think like that. I'm just like, nigga, like you can't help who you like, what they have between like, what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And like I said, that's all due to patriarchy. That's so patriarchy. Like, anti-LGBTQ is due to the patriarchy, due to men thinking that, you can't love men, which is weird. And it's just freedom for your body. Like the fact that some regions have these rules is wicked work. Like that's why I can't stand this Earth. I can't stand Earth, and how the system is operating, because it's weak as fuck. Like nigga, like what the fuck? You can't love who you want. Like y'all, this is a weak ass planet. I'm sorry, it's not the Earth is not weak. It's the people that are, aka men. These males running around running the planet and have rules and regulations and create mass WAR on the planets and cause chaos. This is not our fault, women's fault. This is the man's fault. But the women obviously were forced to give birth to a lot of these ninjas. And I think wasn't China often their women? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. And anyways, see, there's a lot of fucked up shit. That's why, a lot of fucked up shit. We already know it. I mean, I know it. I'm awake in the simulation. Okay, let's back on China. Part of the reason why China is making moves is because it says part of the reason why China is making moves is because it's actually profitable for them. Look how much money is coming from Chinese fans. Taking a risk is worth it, especially since it was proven to work wonders. Last year, China released a BL through Japan IIRC. The actors from the series became super basically overnight. In comparison, Korea's market is way smaller, and even though there's no official ban on LGBTQ content, it is difficult to find sponsors since it's a niche genre and doesn't promise immediate profit. So like I said, once again, China wants to exploit the fan currency. China wants to exploit queerness, LGBTQ. China wants to profit off of you all, LGBTQ, but not allow y'all to get married in your geographical location, and not allow y'all to have anybody together. Like, make that make sense, China. Like y'all, like I said, I told China y'all hypocritical. And like I said, if the collective is like, this is just China. See, that's why I'm a Melanated GL Decoder. I don't care. I'll come on the platform and be like, China, y'all get y'all shit together. Like, y'all want to profit off of LGBTQ because y'all have a market for it, because it looks like a lot of people are LGBTQ in your freaking geographical location. They got to hide that shit because of y'all's anti-LGBTQ shit, which is wicked work. And it's 2026, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, it doesn't make any sense. Niggas is gay or not. It is what it is. Like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Like, it don't make no sense. But y'all want to profit off of what y'all know that y'all have. But then act like, no, we're not going to allow you to do this in our... You just see how hypocritical it is? You see how they want to take your money, take your attention. But that's the thing. Y'all got to actually say something about it. If y'all continue to be like, you know what? Well, we're still going to the fan meets, but it's like... That's the thing. Y'all still go to the fan meets because y'all love EMIBONNIE. And I understand. You're not going to be like, well, we don't not want to go, Nita. But then y'all got to actually push back. And I don't know how y'all going to do it because China. But this is what I'm doing. Melanated GL Decoder. Look, I understand, China. Y'all can't say nothing because of, censorship. I understand. That's why your girl's here. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't popped up. Look, I'm letting y'all know. Look, China. Y'all can't, like, it's fucked up. They're going to have to eventually be like, hey, look, we got to unban this stuff because it's profitable. Because we have a whole bunch of LGBTQ people in our geographical region that are waiting to get married here, and they want to produce their own GLs here. I'm telling you, imagine China getting in the GL game. They got a lot more people than Thailand. How many more GLs will we get? And we got a lot just in Thailand right now. Imagine China. China's like, you know what? Fuck it. I need the right. Fuck it. We need to stop this fuck shit. Women's autonomy, and that's the thing. It's the women's autonomy thing. It's the women's autonomy thing. It's giving women more opportunities. More opportunities. It's giving women pretty much permission to be themselves, authentically themselves, without having to be up under man. But since, I'm telling you, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, back on to China. It says what time is it right now? Yeah, part of the reason. Yeah, China. Y'all just trying to exploit. Let me see. Part of the reason China's making moves, yeah. It says, Fit Tutor says, I always thought there was a success of handmaidens. It will open the door for Korea GL. I see them, but it's mostly web series, and sometimes the GL part is more implicit than others. It's Candy Q. Yeah. All right. Is that me? Is that me? Yeah, it's me. Make it work. All right. We're gonna end it right here then. We're gonna end it right there then. Let me see. End live.